later, I get calls like, "Bo auntie, uncles, my brother," and they're like,
"Your phone
Chief,
is ringing. Your phone is
Chief,
ringing.
do you know
like,
what's happening?"
Yeah.
Lowveld, I used to deliver, I think, my newspaper to Lowveld High School.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. They were file apart.
Yes.
When you enter the not this, yeah, like before the stuff, not the before the stuff. Yeah, the Pogba magazine.
So
whatever it was called.
I'm going to class. I'm receiving the phone call.
I should be a favorite rapper. I don't even trap. It's confusing because they say I'm gifted.
Yeah, that's when I knew this life.
Yeah,
like
because I remember, like, you know, like, hey, you
like, whoa, they say I might get you high, cause my shit is too dope.
And K-Dash, something about media, ne? Media can change your life.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of, at the time, because I'm speaking of the opportunities that till this day I have access to.
Because
people say it's the fencing guy.
Oh.
I'm still in touch with journalists.
So now even it's like now you meet some famous person, he's like, oh, you know, I've heard of you, or I've seen you go newspaper, I've seen you.
Even when I applied for a certain job in varsity, I used to put my CV in lama link.
Yeah.
And they would get back to me like, oh, Chief, you are famous.
Wow.
Obviously, it wasn't fame, it was just small fencing fame.
Yeah. So before I get into you now, after, you know, Lowveld High, I just want to know, so you mentioned the lady that you said changed your life, and then you changed. Then you mentioned Mr. Stain as well.
Yes, Mr.
So I just wanna maybe like just have a list of like just maybe 5 people within that Lowveld High or fencing, you know, situation that really maybe I could say maybe influenced you, or maybe were influential to who Sakhile is now.
I think number one. And I remember I was interviewed in my first year of varsity. Likwala Kwala FM also asked me the same question.
Yes.
And I always bring it back home.
Yes.
Before the stilo, the fencing, the whatever, home.
Yes.
Because there are people back at home that made sacrifices, even though fencing in.
For you to get to Lowveld High.
Yes. Yeah. So there was Ukoko who was sacrificing her last 400 in Peshen so that I could go catch a bus to Soweto, go train in December. There was
this was in high school days,
like during Lowveld High.
Oh wow!
Because I only got like sponsorship.
Shout out to Gogo. Shout out to
Gogo, the late Gogo. Yes. So like I can remember the first stages of life. I think it happens. You first have to prove yourself.
Yes.
So the first 2 years, 1.5 years, I was proving myself. Then, halfway through grade 11 to matric.
Yes.
I won my business grand.
So would you say your grandmother was actually one of the most important figures in your life?
Yes, like, not only fencing wise, what I studied,
like,
what I'm doing.
Because from what I'm getting, it seems like, you know, because she raised you also as well, ne?
5 years, and every holiday, Bengakok.
So basically, you could almost say she was as influential as a parent to you.
She was a parent.
She was a parent to you.
Yeah. So ukoko bekangifakela imali. Even in varsity, my grandmother would send me money, dog. Yeah. And my grandmother was a pensioner at Simbuzi, Nenkomo. Then my mother, I would call my mother, hey, old lady, I need 1,000. Those fencing weapons are expensive, bro. One is at the time was like 1.2.
Hey.
And you need a minimum of 2.
Hey, 1.2 is a lot.
And already at that time, they're paying fees a little high.
1.2 is a lot during that time. I mean, I just remember what's in per week, Benkera Buma, 30 rand. So 1.2.
Yeah, 1.2 is like
30 rand. In that 30 rand, I remember even a tuck shop, Begnet Degwood. If you bought a Degwood pocket money, yako be paid because Degwood was like 20 rand, and then
10 rand now.
So when you speak of 1.2, I can imagine during that time, Vele, you're 2017, around that time.
It was a lot.
Yes.
And it's not like my mom is rich,
Yes.
She's a teacher,
Yes.
has 5 children. So she had to like risk. And till this day, my parents have not seen me fencing. Because we're busy and they
have other children as well.
They have other children, so but I appreciate the sacrifices.
Yes.
Because for those articles for Lowveld to come,
yes,
there were people that were bleeding behind the scenes.
Okay, so you mentioned your grandmother as one.
Yes, my late grandmother.
Number 2?
My mom.
My
dad.
Your dad.
I have
3.
I have Harvey Mukhane.
Harvey was very influential.
Really? Harvey is a top dog.
Like during that time.
Harvey is a top dog.
I never knew.
Joe, I'm 100 rand even like Harvey.
Really?
Yeah.
And Harvey Benkemblana. Shot la 100 rand be shy meaning ale beskemla makas, but okay. Wow, no, like Yeah, I really didn't know that.
I'm still very quite close. Shout out to Harvey.
And even within the like, he was very a good friend and everything.
Yes. Remember, I'm fair too. Just because you're starting a new sport doesn't mean you'll get a great reception. I mean, 40% of the people, I didn't get a good reception.
Yeah.
60% of the masses,
yes,
it was a good reception, but it wasn't a great reception from people that I fencing like dog,
and especially
people would come,
and that's the thing. Especially I've seen it in the black communities. When you try something that's outside the norm, they tend to, you know,
I think it's maybe human nature. Bantu, maybe not the when you tap into the unfamiliar.
Yes.
People used to come to me, K-Dash, angazi bengihlala kuphi. Yabona kule passage ya Mr. Kruger.
Yes.
Bengihlala khona, I think grade 11.
Yes.
I won't mention people, but yeah, I'll just say some of the things which really hurt me at the time. Because you're trying.
Okay,
dog.
Before we get into that, that was 4 people, right? And
yes,
this is outside. We already mentioned Mr. Stein and the other lady.
Yes, Mr. Stein.
So who else? Maybe
Mrs. Van Rach.
Mrs. Yeah, is that maybe your the 5th one that maybe you wanna add to that list?
Mrs. Van Rach. And just number 6, it's my older brother.
Your older brother.
Because Begahlali Pitori. So every time I go to competitions, Benglala work.
Wow, no, that's beautiful.
You know my older brother.
Yeah, very good gentleman. I mean, I've known him, you know, only briefly, but like, if just from that, I can say like, wow, yeah, like such a great person, man, such a great.
Oh, not
person.
forgetting number 3, Tracy.
Tracy
Fankomo.
Yes, your cousin.
My cousin.
Yes. And I just wanna, not to shy away from Tracy. She's, you know, she's probably very amazing.
Yes.
I just wanna also speak on Ms. Van Rach. I think Ms. Van Rach is a very underrated, just person, principal. Like in terms of just the whole Lowveld High, like I feel like that woman really loved Lowveld High.
Mrs. Van Rach was, or I would like to believe, still is Lowveld High.
Yes. You
like,
can't think of...
When we say her blood is blue, her blood is literally blue.
Yes.
Because I still speak to her on Facebook.
For me, it's like when I think of Lowveld High, I think of Ms. Van Rach.
Yes.
And then when I think of Hostel, I think of Mr. Leach. But just to touch on Ms. Van Rach, definitely, wow, like, you know, like, she loves Lowveld High like her own child. Till this day, I see her on comments.
Yes.
And she's very raw about things that are going on. If she sees things that she's concerned about, you see her commenting.
She's a concerned parent.
Yes.
I think just to digress, Nami, that, and we were speaking about it yesterday. That level of intensity.
Yes.
Where the job transcends being a job and now it's a calling.
Yes. That's Ms. Van Rach. She does more than just the norm. Like, a principal will just be there doing their job. She goes over and beyond.
Yeah, no, it was a calling.
Yo.
She was a leader. Even
when you go to her office and you speak to her, I can tell you, even me as someone who was a bit, you know, troublesome and all of that, but when I would go into her office, I would have so much respect, and that respect didn't even come only from a place of fear, but it just came from she just had this way of connecting. Yeah, you know, connecting to people. Like her presence was just something that till this day I've never seen. So
no, Ms. Van Rach, the person fit.
Yes. And then you also mentioned your brother and you mentioned Tracy. Shout out, man, family.
And in passing, Mr. Leach.
Yes.
Mr. Leach was my register teacher.
Oh, I remember that.
So that discipline that he instilled till this day.
Yeah.
Because we would have like brief conversations.
And I think Mr. Leach is very underrated because as a child you just see this guy is a teacher, he's very strict. Like you just like, you know, some people wouldn't necessarily like him, but as you grow, like you start understanding that actually as strict as he was, there was care in that.
This guy was preparing me for the world.
You understand what I'm saying? Like something that I've learned, and I've learned this even just from my parents, where if someone is too strict on you, like it's not necessarily that they don't love, it's actually coming from love. Like they just want to prepare you for so much.
Ngeswati bathi ligotsha lisesemanzi. So umntwana umlungisa asesemncane.
Yeah.
Because angazakhuli ishayile.
It's already messed up. Yeah.
But yeah, those were the 6-7 people that I'm still till this day eternally grateful to.
Yes. And then yeah, you know, I mean, there's a lot to talk about. I'm sure we're still gonna have many more episodes because there's so much to talk about, you know. So just for the, you know, just to keep it short. And now, okay, that was, you know, we handled that. Now I wanna know the transition from high school to now, you know, going to varsity, and that is you went to UWC,
University of the Western Cape.
University of the Western Cape.
Yes, my brother.
How did it go about? You know, just brief us. You know, you applied obviously when you're still in grade 11. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
apply matric.
Oh, you applied when you're in matric.
Yes.
And fortunately enough, you were accepted.
Yes, I was accepted to study. Bachelor of Laws.
Yes.
Which is known by many as the LLB.
LLB. And then, so LLB, was it always something from maybe say primary that you always knew this is what I wanna do? Is it something that you maybe started thinking about later in your years? How did that come about?
I think from the exposure. So Tracy's father is within the law space.
Oh yes.
Then I have a cousin who put Mike. He's also within the law space.
Yes.
So Nami, growing up, I used to spend a lot of time. I used to visit his view.
And I won't lie. Looking at that house, yeah, with Tracy, I would be inspired as well. I don't mean to expose. Sorry if Tracy watches this. I don't mean to expose.
She will watch it.
But I've seen. I would also be like, I also wanna be in that, LLB. Yeah, I'd wanna be in that space because what it looks like. Hey, the money, and you have to admit, guys. Money is important in life. Like all on money, So yeah, so those are the people that were influential.
And to be quite frank, it was even before that house you're talking about.
Oh.
It was when they were still staying Gamachiga.
Yo, and this is, I just remember yesterday we were having conversation about how sometimes people don't see the struggle and the behind the scenes. So you, for example, with Tracy's father, you saw that you've seen it from
I've seen Malume
almost from the beginning in a way.
2007 when he was still a prosecutor to now, which he has an accomplished legal career and is still pushing hard.
Yes.
So for me, as I told you, or back to your question, Ngisenkambeni or Hazyview Primary School. So every time I visit Gabo Trace, Gamachiga, and later on they move to Hazyview, Malume is carrying this huge bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the conversations you can already hear is talking about.
So already in primary, you're already
I'm like, no.
You're already like, this is something that I wanna know about this.
Yes. So like I intentionally from age 10.
Yes.
Every chance I get.
Yes.
That's why I'm close with Trace.
Yes.
Because I would go spend time with Trace, even if Nyazugus maybe he's back a weekend.
Yes.
That 10 minutes for me, K-Dash.
It was important to you.
Bruh, just
so are you saying, as a 10-year-old or even just maybe 13-year-old or whatever, around that time, already were you learning almost practically, like, like looking at...
This guy is holding eggs.
So you were reading books.
I was not reading.
But
I was not reading, but it's a thing who's maybe in places. You're playing. Then I'm playing with Tracy. Then Tracy's father comes with a huge bag.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, no, maybe the pleadings, or say maybe the case was dismissed.
Yes.
Obviously, as a child, I don't know what it is, but psychologically or subconsciously, again.
Yes.
So by the time you're grade 6, you're like, Malume, but pleadings.
And then can I ask, as someone, I know we haven't really touched on it in depth about you and your law career.
Yes,
I just want to know, for someone that has studied law, this, because I don't know, from outside, I don't know.
Yes.
As a person that has studied law, this about Acts 269 of 481, like, are these things that, if you study this thing, you should know by head, or is it now, like I want to know, like, just like, you guys read a lot. Is it a thing of like, Vele, these things you must know? Even just now you're walking in town, like it's a dictionary in your head, like, or is it something of like, whenever you handle a case, you go back, to your books, whatever, and then you, or is it?
Because we're different in the field of law. I'll give a subjective answer.
Yes.
Yeah, this is not like a standard answer for everyone.
Yes.
But for me, in varsity, maybe they would tell you, let's take we're doing family law.
Yes.
They would tell you maybe you need to know maybe the Divorce Act.
Oh.
But maybe you need to know Section 3 or Section 8 because you can't test me ngayonke legislation. Or maybe the Bella Act.
Yes.
I need to maybe know Section 1 and what is applicable. Because maybe we might be dealing maybe marriage, but we're specifically dealing with in community of property. And that maybe is specifically relates to Section 10 only.
But that means knowing these things by head helps, because that means maybe in court can they sometimes catch you off guard, like, hey,
no, it's not suits.
Yeah,
it's not suits. I think that's also a misconception when you study law. When you figure court, you're thinking you're gonna be coming out of the blue and saying objection. No, like this order.
Yes.
Before your court, they're like documents. It's called discovery, where I show you the documents I intend to use in court
beforehand.
So that now you show me the documents. So amongst other things which I won't mention, it's not like good suits. there's a lot of preparation, exchange of documents. Yabona.
Yes.
So that mangfika court, I can't plead a prejudice. Because no, but how is K-Dash using this document?
So basically, Vele, there's already communication beforehand.
Yeah, but there is communication. You don't just maybe I'm gonna sue you, then tomorrow we're in court. You might even get a court date next year because my court rules are kwele. Yabona. So like there's a lot of communication. You get a court date, but there are certain requirements that you have to comply with.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then so I'll still touch on you and UWC. So
yes.
I just want to know, because I mean, already, now it's a spoiler because we're supposed to touch, from step by step and talk about your UWC journey.
Yes.
I just want to know now, as now you're in the LLB profession, right now with what you're doing. Okay, in fact, before we go, just tell us maybe actually about your UWC and like just just tell us about your UWC journey.
Do I also include the sad parts, or we go for the happy parts?
Just highlight for us what were some of your toughest moments and what were some of your highest moments while studying LLB in UWC. What was your experience? Okay, maybe let me give you the first question. The first question is, I'm sure it was your first time going to Cape Town when you were going to study this, right?
Yes.
You had never been to Cape Town.
Yes.
So going to Cape Town, first day, how was the experience?
Okay, I passed matric, bachelor, distinctions nyana. Coming from a great fencing career.
Yes.
Ngirelexile ekhaya.
And the fencing also did it also influence you being accepted?
No.
Or maybe perhaps
UWC doesn't have fencing.
Oh.
But it influenced me applying a UWC.
Why?
Because some of the best clubs are there.
Around Cape Town?
Yes, Joburg and Cape Town.
Okay.
But I wanted something different.
Yes.
Because Joburg already used to fence.
Yes.
Yeah, so Joburg was
so
like
UWC doesn't have fencing, so there was no connection with fencing and UWC.
Nah.
Oh, because in my mind I thought maybe there was a connection.
At some
there.
point I fenced for UCT.
Yes.
Fenced for Stellenbosch. So it had nothing to do with the actual university.
Yes. So,
but for me, it's getting my results. Okay, UWC is the only university at the time that admitted me.
Yes.
Then other universities, Abo UJ are still pending.
Yes.
University of Limpopo is still pending.
Yes.
I'm like, hey, but I want to go and study. So I can't. Obviously, people are like, UWC, you're not family there. You don't have any family there. You don't have any friends.
Yes. So
I'm like, I'm going.
So yes. First day you get into Cape Town.
Yes.
How was it like?
Pass, 18 hours.
Yes. Because I haven't been to Cape Town yet. My brother has been to Cape Town. I've never been to Cape Town. So yeah, like what is just the like first day you get in there, hambang bus. Okay, I remember you told me, you said you took a bus from Lana at
city to city, La Hazy View to Park Station. My brother fetches me at Park Station.
Yeah. And
keep in mind, because I only had like 1,400.
Why told up 1,400?
So I'm finished with matric. My sister realizes that I've just been admitted because I graduate. So she understands the importance of going to varsity at that time, and that if I take time, I'm gonna lose the offer.
Yes.
My sisters.
And the other people within your family, do they know about this, or is it a thing of you jealous?
No, I tell my sister because I've understood, because already my parents, by taking me to Lowveld High, to like
that was a lot. That was a lot, and
obviously there were other parties through fencing that played a huge role. So your sister is the one that helps you with that 1,400. Yeah,
exactly. It was exactly 1,400.
K-Dash. I was using some crack screen phone. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And this is a lot of money because Lowveld High, I receive 1.4. I'm just receiving more 200, which was more than enough. Because we're taking a Big Mac.
Yes.
Yeah, but so okay, I take 1.4, of which I'm still grateful. I love my sister. Shout out to Siskuku for days.
Ngobe,
my older sister.
Yes.
So mali. Mfethu manga singaying is bus city to city.
Yes.
My mother drops me off lapha Hazy View.
Yes.
Go to Joburg, call my brother. My brother accommodates me 2 days. Mase ngifika Joseph sekusele uma 800. I'm lying, kusele uma 900. Because there was someone who supplemented me with 200 rand. So kusing balance, and it was a lot at the time. So now I'm on 1.6.
Yes.
I think it's one of my gens ekasi. I think it's Sandile.
Yes.
Okay. I get the Greyhound, I think it's 700, but because of a student discount I got like 10-20%.
Yeah.
Angadi nokuthi ngiyaphi indoda.
Yeah.
Ngithi Cape Town bas.
Mara ukuthi Cape Town
But
ngakuphi?
my the sister says kusale ilahlile. She's like, where exactly are you going? Ngithi ngevarsity kuphi UWC. But no, you're supposed to bamba ibhasi ase Bellville. Ngiyagibela ibhasi ase Bellville.
Oh, so that's where the campus is around.
Yes. So main campus. Ngiyagibela ibhasi K-Dash. Nami ngijaba I'm scared, but it's both an adventure. Because you are Bloemfontein, Kimberley, like I'm an hour dog.
Yeah.
You go,
and I know even when you reach Free State, it's still far. Cause
like,
I've been to Free State,
and
I
it's
know.
cold.
Yeah, and I know you're still far. When you're in Free State, it's like you're halfway.
Bruh, and I'm skiing.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? If when you're in Free State, it's
you're
almost
still
like halfway.
you're still
very far. Yeah, exactly. I remember.
Now I'm fat.
Yeah.
Compared to what I was.
Yeah.
Fat to our skiing K-Dash, like I wasn't even wearing a belt. I don't know why. Ibrugul hambala.
Yeah.
Like I'm skiing vele ngibamba tablet.
Okay. So uyafika Cape Town.
Ngiyafika Cape Town. Angazi ukuthi ngenzeni Uber ngiyazi Bolt. Fortunately there's this meter taxis. They take me to Bellville.
Hey, but those ones are expensive. They're more expensive than Bolt.
Bro, I think lapho bese ngisele ngemali encane. When I got there, ngise just take me to UWC. Mangifika UWC, I don't know anyone. I just roamed. Everyone I asked, bruh.
Good la. Or maybe you've got a lunch box.
Yeah, already bangipakele makukho.
Okay, go on.
But sekusele bo 3 phela.
Eish. So Lily.
Asikudura kudla ema garage. Food is expensive.
Hey, garages. Hey, those garages.
You buy lunch
especially on the highway. On the highway.
Bankrupt the
on the highway. Hey. And
so,
yeah, it's very expensive.
I'm passing there. But just to digress a bit.
Yes.
Before I went to varsity, like those December holidays.
Yes.
I spent like the whole holidays no time our trees.
Yes.
So it was like initiation school for me.
Yes.
I remember we had like a 5-hour conversation. Him telling me about how he left from a poor family to University of Limpopo.
Yes.
How I read books, the Anton Lembedes of this world, the Chris Hannis, the Mandelas.
Yes.
So legally I can say, even though I didn't know the substance and the content, I was already conscious. Entrepreneurially, I already knew, I already had an idea.
Okay.
If I die, I die, but the LLP
yeah. So, okay, and then you get there, Cape Town, everything is new. I think you told me about how when you got to Cape Town, it was very tough getting accommodation.
Yes.
How was that situation? Exactly?
Okay, let me just, first year I get there.
Yes.
Fortunately, NSFAS, I got NSFAS.
Yes.
I get accommodation. Second year, 2020, is it COVID?
Yes.
I'm leaving because we used to stay at South Point, but now the university didn't have I don't know what happened, but I was no longer placed there. Mangifika mfethu, baba, you don't have a place to stay. K-Dash, coming from maybe Lowveld High where you have a decent bed.
Yeah.
Bra.
And they best complain and I say Lowveld High like with those single beds.
Best complain mfethu. That's luxury mfethu.
Yeah.
Like, I think ngilalile for a good 2 days, a student center.
Like on something like similar to this.
Yeah, mfethu. K-Dash. So what I told myself mangifika UWC is that from 8 p.m. till 3 a.m. every day I'll study.
Yeah.
I will study no matter what happens. But before then, Nepal, so maybe about 7-8 when people left the student center. But this was like for 2-3 days.
Yes.
I slept like I know it's not working. In homeless for a good 3 weeks, I call a friend, Master. Shout out to Master.
Yes.
Master on a single room la Perez. So Master, I used to sleep.
You met Master there or
STO, Student Christian Organization, in my first year.
Yeah. So you met him Konale.
I met him at UWC.
Oh yeah.
Then I used to on his floor.
Yeah.
I used to have a towel from Lowveld High. The towel besingena ngale shower.
Yeah.
Nyalo bese ku bedding yami. For a good.
Hey, shout out to Master. Kumele na nyano mnike something nyano say
No, I speak to Master. He's like a confidant and an advisor.
Yes.
Yabona. So I sleep like papa Master and Master I think also understood the dynamics of squatter. So
yes.
Maybe
he's also been through that situation or similar, maybe.
Yes. I think at the time I was eating once, twice a day.
Yes.
Because I'm not Joe. And I'm still fencing. And I'm still attending class. Yabona. So
I'm not going if you're eating once or twice a day, but say Somalia vele bona it's 0 or some if you're lucky once. So I think as South Africans, I mean, you can complain, but
yeah, we are privileged.
I think we're privileged especially when I look at other African countries. I think, hey man, we like in a sense we're blessed. Like even just that people out there that eating bread would be a luxury.
No,
people that's literally survive on fruits.
That's true. That's true.
Apparently, there are countries out there in Africa that even fruits are so scarce because that's all they have.
No,
like people are fighting for fruits.
Hey, good.
Mina ngoza ngiceda kulahla nyalo, mara there are people fighting for fruits. But anyways, let me not diminish your story there. So yeah, shout out to Umaster, and then
stay with Master. Then I think
apparently, I don't know, they just alerted us that we have about 5 minutes left on, was it 5, 10? 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll summarize. Master,
Yes.
2 weeks before Master, after Nhlala no Master, maybe I was 2.5 weeks no Master. I get a place to stay, no Ralph.
Yes.
But the nice thing about Ralph is from Justicia. Shout out to Ralph.
Yeah.
Ralph.
That's where I come from, bro. Justicia. Yeah.
Ralph unglalise sofeni. To me, that was a luxury. Singsuka from the floor.
Nanyalo yamatu Ralph, like.
Yeah. Yes.
And maybe he might know me because I'm from that side.
I'm still in touch with Ralph.
Yeah, yes.
From there, Ralph unglalise sofeni. From there, I get placed.
Yes.
RS, yo, Fethu, my heart, yo, K-Dash. Now I have a place to stay.
Yeah.
Bang place in Mooiberg. I moved to Mooiberg. When I moved to Mooiberg, that Sunday I was working for the UWC UWC radio.
Yes.
And I also wanted to go to the Student Christian Organization.
Yes, SCO.
I used to. That's why I met your cousin Unolwazi.
Unolwazi, blessed. Yes. Shout out to her.
Great
shout
human being.
I love her so much. Shout out to her.
So from there, K-Dash mangisuka lapho ngobamba itaxi. It's my first time in Mooiberg.
Yes.
Mangifika emarobotini bangishaya inkunzi. Bangishaya inkunzi, so these guys for 4 hours banami ndoda.
Makhalado or
I think
my course.
I don't recall, but I know
because it was such a traumatic.
Yeah, it was. They even took me to a therapist.
So it was that traumatic,
Hey, bro. Hey, Mfethu, till this day when I walk,
I can relate to that. I can relate to that.
It's a natural instinct.
I can relate to that. Like you start having these trust issues.
Yeah.
Like you don't trust.
Move and walk, and those guys had a gun, Mfethu, but by God's grace, after 4 hours, because they were speaking in Afrikaans.
And I think, I don't know, because I've been in a similar situation. I know in that situation, it's mostly intense in the beginning. Like in the beginning, that's when you're like fearing for your life. But at some point, you start thinking, I'm gonna make it out.
Yeah,
like you start realizing that no, these people, they won't kill me. God still wants me alive. Like yeah,
I crossed over. Then yeah. That's how I got out, K-Dash, and that's how I got a place to stay at Mooiberg.
Yes, wow. I think I know I feel bad because there was so much to touch on, and it seems our episode has to be cut short. You know, there's so much that people still need to hear from you, especially about the entrepreneurship stuff. I know you can still briefly just tell us maybe some of the some of the side businesses that you did.
Okay.
Even just briefly.
I'll summarize.
We'll touch in detail.
I'll summarize.
Yes.
So, in my final year of university,
yes,
I was fortunate also. I had a scholarship,
yes,
the Canon Collins Trust. I'm still very close with the team.
Yes.
It's a scholarship from the UK.
Shout out Canon, what trust?
Canon Collins Trust.
Canon Collins Trust.
Bro, Canon Collins Trust is the best.
Yes.
They used to give me like quite good money.
Yo.
Money I haven't seen
Yo.
in my life. Yeah, but so to live, but that's when I was already reading business books because I'm like, guys, if I don't get a job, how do I survive? I can't go back and lean.
Yes.
Because my parents have already sacrificed a lot.
Yes.
Canon Collins Trust gives me money. I start selling amakuinya. At some point, I had motorcycles. Story for another day.
Hey.
Yeah,
wow,
from motorcycles, I was running it with my older brother.
Yes.
We sold the business. From there, in my final year, I lose my funding.
Yes.
I won't say who was funding me,
Yes.
but I lose the funding. I owe the school 80k.
I mean, you won't say, but we know who funds people and does not run a good system.
I don't know, K-Dash.
I mean, I'll just give you a hint. Even the 350 system does not work well. Just connect the dots.
I don't know,
It's
K-Dash.
okay.
But I have no problems. They were good. They were good.
And I think shout out to them at least for funding.
For funding me. In fact,
yeah,
I wouldn't be
Yes.
umuntu today.
Yes.
At least nami connecting isinkwa.
Yes.
But in any event, I lose the funding, which for me was a blessing losing that funding because it introduced me to myself.
Yes.
Now I owe
That's where you start hustling.
I owe 80k. I'm writing my June exams.
Yes.
My grandmother that I spoke just died.
Oh.
I can't bury her. Ngibhale exam on a Monday. She's being buried on a Sunday, I think.
Yes.
I write the exam. Yabona, I'm like, okay, now I don't have money. I go to a close friend. We watch sneakers, bro. Watch sneakers. Start a sneaker cleaning business.
Yes.
From there, the business just grows. Shout out to Nomfundo Ngwenya,
Yes.
who's also a close friend.
Yes, I remember.
Yabona,
I remember.
Ufufu,
Yeah, she was in Lowveld.
as I call her. She was a great behind us.
Yes.
She
yes,
gave me
yes,
money, which I won't disclose.
Wasn't she in the choir?
She was in the choir.
Yes,
Phenomenal singer.
Yes.
She gave me like, Mfethu, she gave me like, you see?
You must connect us with this. I love these girls and women that, they also, 50-50, Because that's what they want these days.
No, it was not the romantic, it was a friendship.
Yes.
But I used to share business ideas from the bikes. Then she was like, hey, Chief. Then I went to her, I'm like, I need this amount of money.
Yes.
Then she was like, she gave me, I can't disclose, unfortunately.
Yes. Wow. Must have been a lot of money. That's when you know it's over 10,000.
Yeah, K-Dash, I don't know, K-Dash. She gave me the money. From there, the business was unknown.
Yes.
That's why we got like media coverage.
Yes.
Because we're able to. I was even interviewed by the radio station Skele, the TV station.
Yes.
Abo IOL. I told you about the story where my cousin Tracy was studying.
Yes.
She goes to her Chrome. She sees an article of me.
By the way, where's Tracy now?
The last time I checked, she was at UCT.
Oh wow, yeah, because I know she was also brilliant student.
Yeah, the last time I checked, she was. I'll call her actually and ask her.
Those are my type of people. Smart. Hey, me, I love smart girls, like personally.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just to finish off, maybe can you touch on any relationships from during maybe your UWC or any was there anyone that was special to you along this time, maybe romantically, that maybe also supported you, or maybe someone that let you down? We don't know.
Hey, K-Dash, I think because I'm no longer in business.
Yes.
For personal reasons of which you know.
Yes.
But when I was still in business, I was disappointed by a lot of people.
Yes.
People will offer you investments with the exception of Fufu.
Including a romantic partner.
Including a romantic partner.
Yes.
It happens.
And maybe in the beginning they looked like they were supportive.
Supportive.
Yes.
But yeah, people that promise me investments, they promise you, I'll give you the earth. Yabona will help you with your book, will help you with this. Then
I want to touch a lot because me, I'm not that I'm a romantic guy, but I love the relationship dynamics.
Yes.
So I want to know, like, what is one advice that you'd give to maybe a young gentleman that is in varsity, like in terms of like how should they pursue relationships, or is that something that you think as a person that's maybe in their early or mid-20s, should they just put that to the side? What is your view on relationships?
This shouldn't be taken as biblical advice. It's my own personal.
Yes.
It's not advice that maybe would apply. It's my own.
Yes.
So
I say advice about both ways.
No.
No.
I'm just saying, it's advice that it even has nothing to do with drinking.
Yes.
It's advice that for me personally, what I would do.
Yes.
I did date in varsity.
Yes.
And
would you say that helped you in any way?
It didn't.
Yes.
It didn't. I guess I was unlucky. I don't know, but. For me, the time that I would have spent building the business was successful. I would have taken that money, maybe in my date, in my inning. And shout out to a soccer player from Sundowns who helped me get a girl by assisting me in my date. But that's a story for another day.
So in other words, being in a relationship in your early 20s is not a good financial decision. It's not a good career decision.
I think it's subjective. If Lomuntu supporter and she understands the vision,
I agree.
Then ningaspana. But if when the last money na already or some sendeli mali nyana, your sisters maybe bashodola imali, eskila, stationery, awusize endlini for a girl, then I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong, but
I think
maybe reconsider your decision.
I get you. A relationship shouldn't be something where you lose yourself or something where you end up sacrificing so much that it hurts certain parts of your life, like for example neglecting your family for a person. I feel like a relationship should be something that when you're with someone, they should be able to, if anything, build you, motivate you. It should be like sort of like a partnership.
K-Dash, we are fighting so many battles as men.
Yes.
Like the financial liberation.
Yes.
We're trying to take, I don't know, way to our cousins to school. We're helping our friends. Like not who are also being helped. So you can't have takers.
Do you think the age of your, let me just say from your 20s to your 30s, 20 to maybe early 30s, do you think that age is harder for men than it is for women, or for, let me just say, for boys than it is for girls?
Okay, Dash, I'm still 24. So, but what I can say is that I think we all have our own different challenges. But for me, speaking personally, from my perspective,
yes.
And then emotional intelligence and a good support structure, family, good friends is important, because that's a testing stage.
Yeah, because especially all these relationship people, they come and go, but your friends and your family, they remain there. I'm just saying, if that partner is not someone that's gonna be there, probably come and go, but your family is who you're gonna lean on.
The question is that ungayesibhedlela namuhla. Those friends, yabona, that you invest a lot with and neglect your family, will they be there?
Yes. So just in closing, I just want to know what you are looking for. Like, let's take maybe now, it's whether it's tomorrow or whether it's in 2 years' time. Relationship wise, what is your ideal woman? Like, what are the qualities that you would look for in someone that wants to be?
I back to being subjective. This is for my personal preferences. Yabona, not the gospel. Number one, she must be Christian. Because Nami, I'm Christian, so values are important.
Exactly.
Yabona. Number two, she must have something going. Yabona.
In her life. She must
study
have
or
goals.
Yabona. Number three, she must love her family. Because how do you she must love her God and love her family. Because how do you love me without charity begins at home? So you can't come and love me while Baba Kumamako or you don't love your God. So I think for me, without babbling and being a speaker, those are the top three.
Like qualities that...
Yeah, but if you can cover that K-Dash...
All right. And maybe in yellow bone...
Hey, I'm putting back.
As long as those qualities are now.
Yeah, what are those qualities?
Because some people, they like thick people, they slender.
K-Dash, I'm really not that...
It's about the connection, it's about,
because at the end of the day, you can get that specific woman, I don't know, that another person might want based on features. Then umtanako is not raised in the way you were raised.
But beauty can't I don't know, they said something like beauty can't raise a family, or so you can find
dog. I want to have a sustainable family.
So Sakhile is definitely gonna be married one day. That is one.
And you are invited. And the giants are invited.
No, shout out, man. I think there's a lot that we still need to touch on, but I just want to appreciate you for coming through today. We know tomorrow you'll be, if in fact today you're going somewhere to another town, we don't want to disclose where you're going, because you never know. Maybe we might air this episode today and then they hijack you. But so we lawyer Nemali, but
I'm not that important.
You still have to go to places. So yeah, man, shout out for you, just for pulling through, man. And
thank you very much, Mfethu, for having me. These conversations as a youth are important. Keep on keeping on, Mfethu. May God give you the strength. And also the place that we're at, Mfethu, this is beautiful.
Shout out to Sand River Cottages, one of our sponsors.
I'm being told that you are also from Sand River Cottages, but this is beautiful, Mfethu. Like, I've also had the privilege of being a customer here. Whoever is behind this business, Mfethu, may God bless them and the work of their hands.
Shout out to the owner of Sand River Cottages. We don't know you, but we are here.
As someone who's been a customer and still a customer, I'm very happy.
Service.
I was happy with the service because I use the services, and I'm not just speaking I'm not babbling. This is great service, and may God bless what's happening here.
No, appreciate, brother. That's the end of the episode. That's Conversations with K-Dash. Just another shout out to Fortune, another shout out to Cornwell.
Thank
you so much. Shout out to Machita. Like, without them, I don't even know how to use a camera. Do not use a camera, bro.
We don't
even know how to use we don't know. So shout out to them, and without them, none of this would have happened.
Man. I'm feeling papa, but I have a question. The gents, if they wanna be used by others, what do they do?
So you can just search. I think if you can search Fortune, Cornwell, you can also get hold of Cornwell through Fortune. So they work together. So I think if you can just go on social media, it's 4 as in the number TUNNE. So just search Fortune. I'm sure you get him. Instagram, Facebook. I don't know if he's on Twitter, but just search Fortune. He's worked on a lot of projects, man. Like, I think that's a story for another day. Maybe we must also sit him down and talk about all the projects he's done. So shout out to him and Cornwell, man. Such great work, man. We wouldn't have done this without them. And that's that.
Thank you, K-Dash.
Yeah.
These rappers, man, they talk a lot. Hoes saying that they gotta make it. You ain't even top 50, nigga, but you talking here like you the greatest. I should be your favorite rapper. I don't even trap. Ay. It's confusing cause they say I'm gifted and I'm a present to rap. Ay. Heard that there's a punchline. Hope you went like whoa. They say I might get you high cause my shit is too dope. Man, I'm out of this world. Honey, me and your girl. My last one didn't like me. I thought that she was wifey. I guess that she be missing out. She don't know what I'm all about. Plus soon I'll be blowing up. Lot of hoes gon' give me love. I be signing they titties, getting ass for free. I guess I'm kinda fly. They gon' love riding me. Niggas always talk like they're the shit though. Too many rappers in the game, but none of them are real though. Bitches fuck around, but who am I to judge though? I gave up on love, now I'm just tryna get this risk go. Money, 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 ayy, ayy. Only reason why my niggas keep on grinding, ayy, ayy. Bunch of fake niggas don't know that I'm hustling. They gon' be mad, they gon' be back when we get them. Niggas always talk like they're the shit though. Too many rappers in the game, but none of them are real though. Bitches fuck around, but who am I to judge though? I gave up on love, now I'm just tryna get this risk go. Lot of niggas think I'm rich though. All I know is I'm real though. Still grinding, yeah, we won't go. We got hits, I don't kill shows. But soon enough, man, we gon' blow. Yeah, they don't know, this is hard though. Like a kitchen stove, and we real gold. And we will blow like a light bulb. Take a taxi to the studio, but I swear it's cool though. I will remember the days I was hustling and I didn't do enough though. Anyway, it's kinda worth it. They gon' play us on the radio, but fuck that, man, I don't care. Get the money and I'm out of here. MTV and a Grammy, build a mansion for the family, make a name for the fucking crew. Vision family and Hazel View, LHS and now sprayed. Got some haters, man, let them hate. I'm winning so they can't celebrate. Man, they only hate cause I'm fucking great. Niggas always talk like they're the shit though. Too many rappers in the game, but none of them are real though. Bitches fuck around, but who am I to judge though? I gave up on love, now I'm just tryna get this risk go. Money, 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 ayy, ayy. Only reason why my niggas keep on grinding, ayy, ayy. Bunch of fake niggas don't know that I'm hustling. They gon' be mad, they gon' be back when we get them. Niggas always talk like they're the shit though. Too many rappers in the game, but none of them are real though. Bitches fuck around, but who am I to judge though? I gave up on love, now I'm just tryna get this risk go. Gave up on love, now I'm just tryna get this risk go. Gave up on love, now I'm just tryna get this risk go.